Sports for Real with Coach Hall. Down at the Gator Bowl this morning to check out a little Kentucky and Clemson. SEC, ACC matchup. Kentucky started out the year pretty good, but then they averaged out for the rest of the year. Clemson, in disappointing fashion, is here back in the Gator Bowl after a hiatus, but they have high expectations to knock off the Wildcats today. But the eyes really are on Florida State and what they're going to do against Georgia. It really doesn't matter because neither team are at full strength, especially Florida State, with all the transfer portals and NFL players getting ready for the draft. It's not the same team, so it doesn't really matter. If Georgia blows out Florida State, Georgia's going to say, see, we should have been in the playoffs. And if Florida State wins the game, they're going to say, see, we should have been in the playoffs. So it doesn't really matter what both teams do. It's kind of like a wash because the ultimate prize was to get in the playoffs and neither one of them made it. So what does that mean? Tomorrow should be a good game, but the biggest story with Florida State is about their pending defection from the ACC. Never mind that they don't have a foolproof plan about what they're going to do, so they just want to try to make a point. And if they're able to get free of the ACC, then what does that mean for other teams like Clemson? Clemson is said to be tied at the hip with Florida State. So if Florida State can escape the ACC, they expect Clemson to be close behind. And what are you going to have then? The same kind of thing that happened with the Pac-12. It's going to get cannibalized. You're going to have all these major conferences. And like I told you before, that shouldn't last too long because what's going to happen is all those teams that are used to winning and they become average, and the fans are going to say, well, we ain't the best no more, and we probably never were the best, but at least we can look like we're the best in the smaller conference, so let's go back to where we were. And I think that's what's going to happen. And I think it's all going to come to a head with what happens with Florida State. With that land granted rights deal, I don't think they're going to be able to escape the ACC. But nowadays, with the Me Too movement and everything else going on, anything's possible. So keep your eyes open. Sports for Real.